What is the use of LSA1?
Hello message.
LSA1.
LSA1 router message.
Yes, router
It's,
LSA.
router message.
Which router will generate this LSA?
All routers are within the area.
Or the DR.
All router in OSPF domain.
OSPF, yes.
So are you guys able to see my topology here? Is topology visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the use of LSA2? And which router will generate LSA2?
Link.
DR router.
Yeah, the number of routers in a domain.
So which router will generate LSA2?
DR router.
DR.
DR router. To inform DR other about the connected router in a broadcast network. Yes or no?
Yes.
So I have router 1 here. I have router 2, router 3, router 4 and router 5. These routers are in OSPF area 10. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So which router will become DR here?
Sir, recording start हुआ.
कर देते हैं स्टार्ट 2 मिनट पहले एक्सेस ले लो डिवाइस की.
Yes, sir.
Which router will become DR in OSPF area 10? On routers I have configured, router ID with the name of router, with the ID of router. Like on router number 1, router ID is 1.1.1.1. So and see, OSPF is already running on all routers. Yes. So on router number 1, if you will verify, so IP OSPF interface brief. I am running OSPF on loopback 1 to loopback 4 and F0/0. And this interface is DR other. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
So first of all, let me make you familiar with this topology, guys, because this topology will be same for today class and tomorrow class. So let me open Epic. Okay. We have multiple area here in this topology, right? See, in area 10, we have 5 router. So how many LSA 1 will be there in this area? 5. Yes or no? LSA 1 of router 5, LSA 1 of router 4, LSA 1 of router 3, LSA 1 of router 2 and LSA 1 of router 1. How many DR will be there in this domain, guys?
In which, sir?
In this domain, how many DR are there?
One.
Only one, sir.
Only one. One
Yeah,
DR will be there in this segment and one DR will be there on this segment. Yes or no?
Different segment. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But here we need to configure what network type? Point to point. Yes or no? Because here I don't think that DR and BDR is required. What do you think?
Not required.
Not required. Yes or no? Let me start recording as well. DR and BDR is not required between router 4 and router 5. So here we will change the network type. Done. Okay, in the database of router 1, how many LSA 1 will be there, guys? How many
5.
LSA 1? 5. And how many LSA 2 will be there? So IP OSPF database. How many LSA 1 is there? Only 4. So let me check the configuration of router 5. I think I have not configured router number 5 till now. Enable. So IP interface brief. So here I am running IP what? 45.1.1.4. Here I am running IP 56. This one. Okay. I am running OSPF. So IP protocol, but there is some misconfiguration. I am getting one log message. So let me remove the OSPF configuration from here. No router OSPF process 1. Now let me ping my neighbor, ping 45.1.1.4. Okay, I am able to ping 45.5. So I am not able to ping. That means here I have configured wrong IP address. You can see. So IP interface brief. Here I have configured what 45.1.1.4, but here we need to configure 45.1.1.5. Yes or no? So let me correct it. Interface F0/0 IP address 45.1.1.5 255.255.255.0. Let me write the configuration. Okay, now here I am going to configure OSPF. So command will be router OSPF 1 and router ID 5.5.5.5 and network 45.1.1.0 0.0.255 and area 10, because this interface 0/0 interface is in area 10 and network 56.1.1.0 0.0.255 in which area? In area 0. Yes or no? So now I am not going to advertise this interface in area 0. Just wait. Let me show you the database of router 1 again. So IP OSPF database. So now you can see there are 5 number of LSA1. Yes or no? Clear, guys? And there is how many LSA2? 2 number of LSA2. 45.1.1.0. So between router 4 and router 5 I am going to change network type. Hope you guys are getting my point what I am doing here, because yesterday we had discussed this thing. IP OSPF network type point to point. In the same way on router number 5 also I need to change network type on interface F0/0 IP OSPF network type point to point. Done. Now on router number 1 I will clear OSPF process. Clear IP OSPF process and say yes. And so IP OSPF neighbor. So neighborship has come up again. Yes or no? 4.4.4 is DR, 3.3.3 is BDR. Is it clear to everyone? Now, so IP OSPF database. So there is only one number of LSA2. Sorry, there is one summary LSA. I think I have advertised this interface of router 5 F1/0 in area 0. So that's why we are getting LSA3 as well. But now I am not interested to show you LSA3. So let me do one thing. Router OSPF 1 and say no network 56.1.1.0 0.0.255 and area 0. So I have removed it. Again I am going to say clear IP OSPF process. Say yes. Okay. So IP OSPF database. Now you are able to see the database. There are 5 number of LSA1 and there is only one LSA2. Router 4 is generating because router 4 is my DR. Done. Now understand the LSA3. Suppose I have one router over here, R1, R2, R3 and R4. Here I have one LAN. Here I am running 10.1.1.0/24. Here I have one LAN 40.1.1.0/24. Okay. Suppose this is my area 0, not 0, let's say 1, and this is my, let's say, area what, 2. So router 1 will generate their LSA 1, right? And LSA 1 will not cross area. That means LSA 1 of router 1 will not reach in area 2. Yes or no? LSA 1
Yes.
of router 1 can reach till router number 3 only. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So router number 4 will never get this network information. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
In the same way, router number 1 will never get this network information. Yes or no? So these two LAN cannot communicate with each other. Yes or no? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right? So suppose these are point to point link between routers. So there is no any concept of DR and BDR. So tell me how many number of LSA 1 will be there inside the database of router 1? 1, 2, 3. Yes or no? How many LSA 1 will be there? 3. How many LSA 1 will be there? 3 LSA of area 1 and 2 LSA of area 0. So there will be 5 number of LSA 1 inside the database of router 3. And here 2 number of LSA 1 will be there. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Vijay?
Yes.
सर ओनली 4 होना चाहिए ना सर R3 में?
R3 में R3 will generate how many LSA 1? 2 LSA 1. 1 LSA 1 for area 1 and 1 LSA 1 for area 2, because this router is in both area. Here also I am running OSPF, here also I am running OSPF, and both interface are in different area. Yes or no? So actually OSPF is running on interface. So this router will generate 2 number of LSA 1 na? Yes or no? Vicky?
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is how two inter area cannot communicate with each other. So guys, that's why we are saying that two regular area in OSPF cannot communicate with each other. This is problem. Yes, problem is clear to everyone. Now I am going to make you understand types of router in OSPF. Okay, because topic is types of router. Because two regular area are not able to communicate with each other. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So types of router in OSPF. How many types of router are there? 4. Number 1, backbone router. Number 2, internal router. Number 3, ABR router. And number 4, ASBR router. Okay, so router whose all interface belongs to area 0. What I am saying, router whose all interface belongs to area 0. That type of router is known as backbone router. Are you getting my point, guys?
Yes,
Router
sir.
whose all interface belongs to area 0. After that, internal router. So router whose all interfaces belongs to regular area. Regular area means any area except area 0. Area 1, area 2, area 10, area 100. Okay. Any area except area 0 is known as regular area. And area 0 is your backbone area. Just for now, consider there are only 2 types of area in OSPF. Backbone area and internal area, regular area. So backbone area means area 0 and regular area means any area except area 0. So router whose all interface belongs to regular area. That type of router is known as what? That type of
Internal.
router is known as internal router. Done? Done, guys? Now, a router whose at least one interface belongs to area 0. Router whose at least one interface, maybe there will be 2 interface in area 0 or multiple interface can be there, right? But I am saying at least one interface, means minimum one interface, router whose at least one interface belongs to area 0 and at least one interface belongs to any regular area. That type of router is nothing but ABR router. Getting my point, guys? Now, 4th type of router is router whose at least one interface belongs to OSPF domain and at least one interface belongs to any other routing domain. So router whose at least one interface belongs to OSPF and at least one interface belongs to any other routing domain. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Vijay, sorry, Vicky, clear? Giri,
Yes, sir.
okay. So now, no, your voice is breaking. Can you speak again? Giri, are you able to listen him?
नहीं सर, म्यूजिक आ रहा है सर.
Suppose I have 5 router over here. All are directly connected with each other. Let's say this is my router 1, this is my router 2, this is my router 3, this is my router 4, and let's say this is my router number 5. Okay, now let's say this is my area 0, this is my area 1, and this is my EIGRP domain. OSPF area 0, OSPF area let's say 10, and this is let's say EIGRP 100. So tell me which router is backbone router, guys?
R1.
R1 is backbone router. Yes or no? Because all interface of R1 belongs to which area? Area 0, right? R2 is which type of router?
ABR.
ABR. Yes or no? Because this router have one interface in area 0 and one interface in regular area. R3 is which type of router?
Internal.
Internal router. R4 is which type of router?
ASBR.
ASBR router. Yes or no? ASBR. and R5 is in EAGRP domain. Is it clear?
सर वो विकी पूछ रहा था कि if wherever we are doing redistribution, is that supposed to be ASBR?
Yes, definitely. Yes or no? Once you will perform redistribution of any other routing domain router in EAGRP, that router will become what? ASBR. And now suppose here on router number 1 I have one network that is 10.1.1.0/24. So router 1 will generate their LSA 1. It will send the LSA 1 to router number 2. Yes or no? So router 2 will receive this network information 10.1.1.0/24. Yes or no? But
Yes.
router 2 cannot send the LSA 1 of router 1 to router number 3 because LSA 1 cannot cross area. So how router 3 will receive this network information? So guys, always keep in mind, ABR router will generate what? ABR router generates LSA 3 to share intra area prefixes. Done?
Sir, is it necessary that every area has to be connected to area 0?
Yes, 100%. Otherwise, two regular area cannot communicate with each other because
Okay.
LSA 3 can be generated by ABR router only. Suppose here on router number 3 also I am running one network that is 30.1.1.0/24. So router 3 will also generate what? LSA 1 and it will forward to router number 2. So router 2 have 10.1.1.0 also, 30.1.1.0 also. Yes or no? Now router 2 is what? ABR. So router 2 will generate what? LSA 3. How many LSA 3? Two number of LSA 3. One for area 10 and one for area 0. Okay guys? Okay. And
Yes.
in the LSA 3, there will be two information: advertising router ID and link ID. So advertising router ID will be what? Router ID of the router who is advertising this LSA. So who is advertising this LSA? 2.2.2.2 and then link ID. So in LSA 3, link ID will be the prefix information. Prefixes information. Okay. So what will be the link ID? Suppose this LSA router 2 is generating this LSA 3 for area 10. So here there will be information about 10.1.1.0/24 network. Okay. This is how router 3 will get this network. Router 4 will also get this network. Done. In the same way, router 2 will generate one more LSA 3 where advertising router ID will be same 2.2.2 and link ID will be what? 30.1.1.0/24. Is it clear to you?
सर ये इसमें R2 R3 को शेयर करेगा, इसमें ओनली 10 की प्रीफिक्स होगी या फिर 12 वाली से भी प्रीफिक्स पे करेगा?
12 वाली भी प्रीफिक्स होगा.
ओके, दोनों रहेगा.
Right? Yes. Link ID में दोनों प्रीफिक्स होंगे. Right? Suppose there are 100 prefixes in area 10. So there will be 100 prefixes in link ID. Okay.
It will share all the network information.
Yes.
From
all
the other
network
area.
information. Yes. Yesterday also I told you that all LSA will carry these two information: advertising router ID and link ID. In LSA 1, link ID will be what? The link information, and advertising router ID will be same. In LSA 2, link ID will be the IP address of DR and advertising router ID will be the router ID of router who is advertising that LSA. Yes or no? In LSA 3, advertising router ID will be router ID of router who is advertising this LSA, and in link ID there will be information of prefix. This is how two different area will communicate with each other. Done. Now I have one question. Suppose here I am not running EIGRP. This is my area. Let's say 20. OSPF area 20. So guys, can OSPF area 10 communicate with this area 20?
नहीं ना 10 0 नहीं है ना
No,
So
sir,
what do you
not
think?
possible.
I need to add one more router over here. No, what I can do, I can create one loopback and I will put that loopback in area 0. Yes or no? Then also this router will become ABR.
Okay.
Yes or no? Suppose here if I will create one loopback 1, and I will put that loopback in area 0. So now this router have at least one interface in area 0. So yes, this router have one interface in area 0. This router have at least one interface in regular area. Yes or no? So this router will become what? ABR.
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, in LSA 1, if you have remember, let me show you again the LSA 1. Here I am going to capture this link between router 1 and switch 1. Okay, let me capture the link. Let me show you the LSA 1, how LSA 1 look like first. Okay. Okay, so this is capturing. Now router 1 will not send what? LSA 1. But if I will add one network over here, this router will send LSA 1. Yes or no? Whenever network will come up or goes down, it will generate what? LSA 1. So I am going to add one network over here. Okay, Giri? Interface, let's say loopback 10. IP address. What IP address I need to configure? Let's say 50.1.1.1, 255.255.255.0. Okay, and I am going to advertise this loopback in OSPF. So IP OSPF 1 and area
0.
is what? 0.
0.
So it will generate one LSA 1. So here you can see the LSA 1. How you will identify this is LSA 1? With the help of message, this message. Yes or no? Now guys, here you are able to see some information. Advertising router ID, area ID, and in link state update, are you able to see the flag field? Flag field. Yes. Inside the flag, there are how many flag? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to make you understand only 3 flag. Which flag? ABR flag. There is one bit called B bit. There is one bit called E bit. And there is one bit called V bit. Okay, so V bit is for virtual link. Now we are not going to talk. What router will do? ABR router will on this bit, B bit. In LSA 1, if router is owning what bit? B bit. That means router is saying that I am ABR. Getting my point? So which router is ABR in my topology? This is my topology. Which router is ABR? Router number 5. Yes or no? So here
Yes.
I have captured the link and I am checking the LSA of which router? Who is sending? Router 1. On which address? 224.0.0.6. That means this address is listening only DR and BDR. Yes or no? So only DR and BDR will receive this update. And inside the LSA 1, this router have on which bit?
ABI. B.
ABR, B bit. And ASBR router will on which bit? Now tell me why this router is saying that I am ABR, because I have advertised the loopback in area 0, I think. See here. Yes or no? So that's why router 1 is saying what? I am ABR. So let me remove it. Done. And now IP OSPF 1 and area is what? 10. So again it will send LSA 1, and this time it will not on which bit? E bit. Yes or no? Here you can see all bits is 0. So only ABR router will on which bit? B bit. And ASBR router will on which bit? E bit in the flag of LSA 1. So this flag is inside LSA 1 only, guys. Getting my point? Now my question is, here in this topology, which router is my ABR router?
R2.
R2 is my ABR. Definitely this is my ABR router, right? How router 1 will get to know about ABR router? When router 2 will send their LSA 1, it will on E bit, right? Then router 1 will came to know that, okay, router 2 is my ABR. Yes or no? Now how router 3 will came to know that router 2 is ABR. So again, when it will send their LSA 1, it will on E bit. Yes or no? It will forward that LSA 1 to router 4, but LSA 1 cannot cross area. Here we have which area? Area 2. Suppose area 2, and this is area 2, and this is area number 10, or is, you know, I need to change something in topology, then only I can make you understand. So what I can do, I am making one another topology over here very quickly. So see, I have router number 1, router number 2, router number 3, router number 4. Okay, these two routers are in area 1. Okay, these two routers are in area 0, and there is one more router R5. These routers are in, let's say, area 5. Okay, so these all router will have information about what? ABR router. Yes or no? Now I have suppose one router here in EIGRP domain. So this router will become what? ASBR. Yes or no? ASBR. Yes. This router will generate what? LSA 1, and that LSA 1 will not cross area. So this router will receive the LSA 1 of this router. Yes or no? Or you can consider it like this. Let me change here also. Suppose this is my EIGRP domain. Getting my point? This router will become what? ASBR. So this router will on which bit? E bit.
E bit.
Router 4 will came to know that router 5 is my ASBR. Router 3 will also came to know that what? Router 5 is my ASBR. Yes or no? But how router 2 and router 1 will came to know that router 5 is ASBR? Yes or no? Is it possible, guys? No, because LSA 1 cannot cross area. So that's why ABR router will generate what? LSA 4 to share information of ASBR only. That who is your ASBR. So ABR router will generate actually two number of LSA. LSA 3 as well as LSA 4. LSA 3 to share the prefixes of inter area, and LSA 4 to share the information of ASBR router. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So in my topology, which router is, how many backbone router are there, guys? How many backbone router are there?
2 sir.
एक भी नहीं है.
R ABR router R5 and R6 sir.
There are no
Backbone router
backbone
तो नहीं है
router.
ना.
Is there any router whose
Backbone
all
router.
interface belongs to area 0?
No.
There
No,
is
sir.
no any backbone router. How many internal router are there? How many internal router are there?
5.
5. Yes or no? 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 is here. So 5 internal router are there. How many ABR are there? 2. This one and this one. How many ASBR are there? 1.
1.
Router number 9. Yes. So this router will on which bit?
B bit.
B bit. And it will flood their LSA 1 to router 4. So router 4, router 2, router 1 and router 3. All router will came to know about ABR router. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. On router number here I am going to advertise the interface F1/0 in area 0. So router OSPF 1 and network 56.1.1.0.0.255 and area what? 0. Once I will hit enter, this router will become what? ABR. Yes or no? How we can verify that? You can run command show IP protocol. Show IP protocol. Are you able to see? It is an area border router. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now router number 1 also have information about ABR router. How you can verify? So IP OSPF border router. Who is border router? 5.5.5. Yes or no? Because this router also receive LSA 1 of router 5 with E bit on. Yes or no? And now if you
Yes,
will check the database of router number 1. Yes, Giri?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Clear, Giri?
Yes, sir.
So IP OSPF database. Inside the database, how many LSAs are there? Router LSA. Let me maximize it. Router LSA. After that network LSA and which LSA? Summary LSA. So here link ID is what? 56.1.1.1. That means router 5 is sharing this network information. Yes or no? Now what I am going to do? I am going to configure router number 6 also. On router number 6 I will create some loopback. So these all loopback will be advertised by ABR router. That means by router number 5. And in link ID it will add these all network. Yes or no? So till now we have discussed LSA 1 to LSA 4. LSA 3 will be generated by, and one more thing guys, always keep in mind, all even number LSA like LSA 2, LSA 4, LSA 6, LSA 8, all even number LSAs are not used to share the network information. The use of even number LSA is different, because see, LSA 2, who is sending DR router to share prefix information? No, to share directly connected router, attached router in the broadcast domain. LSA 4 is generated by ABR router to share the information of ESBR router, not to share the network information. LSA 1 is used to share prefix information, link information. LSA 3 is used to share prefix information between intra area. Yes or no? So all even number LSAs are used to send some other information, not prefix information, and all odd number LSA is used to share network information. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So like this also you can remember. Config T, host name R6, interface F0/0, no set. And first of all I am going to enable router OSPF 1 here, and directly I will enable OSPF 1 interface. So router OSPF 1 and router ID is 6.6.6.6. Now interface F0/0. Here I have configured IP or not? No. So IP address. What will be the IP over here? 56.1.1.6, 255.255.255.0 and IP OSPF 1 area 0. Yes or no? So this router also become what? ABR. Now interface loopback 1, IP address 60.1.1.1, 255.255.255.0. Yes or no? IP OSPF 1 and area 0. Interface loopback 2, IP address over here will be 60.1.2.1 and IP OSPF 1 area 0. Interface loopback 3, IP address will be what? 3.1, 60.1.3.1 and IP OSPF 1 area 0. Loopback 4, IP address will be 4.1 and IP OSPF area 0. Done. Now on router number 1, if you will check, so IP OSPF database. So see in the summary LSA, how many links information are there? 56, 60.1.1.0. Actually we have created loopback, so that's why it is installing
just
like
IP
this.
address.
What I can do, I can change network type on loopback interface. Yes or no? So on router number 6, let me do that, because by default network type on loopback interface is what? Loopback. So interface range loopback 1 to 4 and IP OSPF network type. What network type I need to configure over here? Let's say what? Broadcast, non-broadcast, point to multi-point and point to point. So let me configure what? Broadcast over here. Okay, what it's saying? Range command terminated because it is failed on loopback 1. Let me run manually. Interface loopback 1, IP OSPF network type broadcast. Are you not able to change network type on loopback interface? So network type on loopback interface will be always what? Loopback. So okay, just consider these are your network. Okay, and ABR router is sending the intra area prefixes with the help of what? LSA 3. Yes or no? Are you able to see LSA 4 over here? No, because there is no any ASBR till now. So now tell me guys, is this database clear to everyone? This is database of router 1. There are only three number of LSA 1. Three number of LSAs. 3 types of LSAs. LSA 1, LSA 2 and LSA 3. LSA 1 and LSA 3 is used to share prefix information and LSA 2 is used to share the information about attached network. If you want to open this LSA, suppose 60.1.1.1 in detail, what I can do? So IP OSPF database and summary LSA 60.1.1.1. You can see the detailed information. Who is generating? Advertising router ID is 5.5.5. So 5.5.5 is my ABR. So IP OSPF border router. Here also you can see 5.5.5 is my ABR. Okay, and metric is what guys? 2. From where? From ABR to 60.1.1.1. Metric is what? 2. And from me to ABR, metric is what? From router 1 to ABR, metric is 2 na? So what will be the total metric to reach in 60 network? So IP root. What is metric? 4. So this is how router will calculate metric of intra-area prefixes. Yes or no? Because
Yes,
ABR router is sending metric from ABR to destination. Yes or no? This is from 5.5.5 to 60.1.1.1 network metric is 2, and from me to ABR metric is 2. So total metric to reach in 60.1.1.1 network will be what? 4. So IP route OSPF. And here also you can see inter area prefixes will be there in the routing table with this symbol only, with O, and intra area prefixes will be with this symbol OIA. O means OSPF and IA means intra area. Done, guys? So how you can verify intra area prefixes, how you can verify inter area prefixes in the routing table of router? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes सर एक बार R2 पे डेटाबेस दिखाएंगे सर?
हाँ बिल्कुल, डेटाबेस तो सेम ही होगा. R2 पे क्यों, आप जिस पे बोलोगे उस पे दिखा दूंगा. डेटाबेस में कोई चेंजेस नहीं होगा. सो IP OSPF डेटाबेस देख लो. And how this router, if interviewer will ask you that how router 2 will came to know that 5.5.5.5 is ABR, what will be your answer, guys?
By B,
With the help of LSA1. Because in LSA1 ASBR router will on which bit? B bit. Yes or no? Is it clear?
Yes sir.
Can I move? Can I move? If anyone have any doubt, you can stop me. Sandeep.
No, sir. You can move.
Okay. So now what I am going to do, I am going to configure this area 20. Okay. So area 20 router number 7 will receive these prefixes 10.1.1.0 to 10.1.4.0 via which router? Via router number 6. Yes or no? So let me configure that. First of all, let me configure IP on router number 7 on which interface? Interface F1/0 no set and IP address. What IP address here I will configure? Let's say 67.1.1.6 255.255.255.0 IP OSPF process 1 and area 20. So I have advertised this interface F1/0 in which area? In area 20. Now let me take access of router number 7. Very easy, right? LSA concept is very easy. Now we need to understand LSA 5 and LSA 7 only. We have 2 LSA left. On router number 6, I am going to save the configuration. So let me write over here. On router number 5 also, let me save the configuration. Config T, host name R7. On router number 6, I have configured host name. Yes. Now interface F0/0 no set. What will be the IP address Giri here? 67.1.1.7. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And a router OSPF 1 and router ID 7.7.7. I have configured router ID on router number 6 or not? So IP protocol. What is router ID of this router? 6.6.6. Done. Now interface F0/0 IP OSPF 1 area 20. Exit interface F1/0 no set. IP address will be, let's say, 79.1.1.1 255.1.7 255.255.255.0 and IP OSPF 1 area 20. Interface loopback 1 IP address. What will be the IP address over here? 70.1.1.1 255.255.255.0, IP OSPF 1 and area 20. Done. Interface loop back to here. IP address will be 70.1.2.1 and IP OSPF 1 area 20. Interface loop back 3, IP address 70.1.3.1 and IP OSPF 1 area 20. Here loop back 4 also, 4.1 and IP OSPF 0. Done. Now if you will check database, so IP OSPF database, is there 10 prefix, guys? Yes. And who is giving these prefixes? 6.6.6. That means 6.6 is my ABR. So IP OSPF border router. So here you can see 6.6.6 is ABR. Yes or no? So that's why. So IP OSPF database, in the database you are able to see 3 types of LSA: LSA1, LSA2, LSA3. Done. Hope it is clear to everyone. Now I am going to configure router number 9. Before that, let me save router save and configuration. Where is router 8? Okay, router 8 is not there. No. Enable config t, host name R9, interface. First of all, let me enable OSPF. Router OSPF 1 and router ID is 9.9.9.9. Done, guys. Now interface F0/0, IP address 79.1.1.9, 255.255.255.0. देखो IP एड्रेस अगर कहीं पे गलत कॉन्फ़िगर किया होगा तो ये आपकी प्रॉब्लम है कि आपने नहीं बताया. IP OSPF 1 एंड एरिया, इतना कुछ मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ ना कि IP भी सही से रखूँ, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन भी मैं ही सब दिमाग में रखूँ, राइट? तो आप लोग क्या करोगे? सो IP सही कॉन्फ़िगर किया हूँ क्या नहीं? यही होगा यहाँ पे IP.
यस सर.
ओके. और इसको मुझे कौन से एरिया में एडवर्टाइज करवाना है? एरिया 20 में. यस और नो?
यस सर.
डन. नाउ इंटरफेस F1/0, IP एड्रेस, which IP address? 109.1.1.9, 255.255.255.0 and say no set. And router EIGRP, AS number 10 and network. What network command here I will run? 109.1.1.0, 0.0.255. So I have advertised it in EIGRP. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
So tell me, router 9 become ESBR or not?
Not sir.
Until and unless you will not perform redistribution. According to OSPF, this router have one interface in OSPF only. Yes or no? This router don't have any knowledge about the EIGRP till now. Okay, let me save it. And on router number 10, can I run 0.0.0 network command here?
Yes sir.
Yes, definitely, because all interface are in EIGRP domain. Okay. Now actually I am going to show you LSA 4 and LSA 5. Host name R10. Interface F0/0, no set, IP address 109. What is network ID guys? 109 na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
0. Interface loopback 1. IP address 100.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. Interface loopback 2. IP address is 100.1.2.1. Interface loopback 3. 3.1. Interface loopback 4 and 4.1. Router EIGRP number 10 and network 0.0.0. Said no auto summary as well. Done. Now I am going to perform what? Redistribution on router number 9. So how I will perform redistribution? Basic redistribution. Tell me. Router OSPF 1 and redistribute EIGRP case number
10.
10 and one keyword here I need to use, that is subnets.
Subnet, sir.
Now this router will generate their LSA1 and in their LSA1 which bit it will on?
E
EBIT.
E-bit, yes or no? So let me delete this capturing. If you want to verify, tell me, I can capture the link. Otherwise I don't think we need to verify. Yes or no? Definitely there will be E-bit on in the LSA1 of router number 9. Now on router number 7, first of all, see, so IP OSPF border router 6.6.6 is border router. Why there is no information about ESBR?
अभी तो R9 खुद ही ASBR है ना सर?
R9 ना मैंने router 7 पे रन किया कमांड.
तो अभी इसको इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल रही है ना R9 की, वो डायरेक्टली कनेक्टेड है सर?
नहीं तो इसको ये तो पता चलना चाहिए ना राउटर 7 को कि 9 राउटर नंबर 9 ASBR है. ये अभी यही बता रहा है कि आपका राउटर नंबर 6 क्या है? ABR, बट ये नहीं बता रहा है. That means let me check the configuration over here. So IP protocol. I am running EIGRP 10 over here. I am running OSPF 1 over here. Okay. So IP OSPF interface brief. I am running OSPF on which interface? F0/0. So IP route EIGRP. So ये तो सारे prefixes EIGRP से receive किया. Yes or no? Now router number 7. So IP OSPF neighbor. कोई neighbor है क्या router 9 के साथ? No. So what is problem? मैं तो बोल ही रहा था कि आप लोग कुछ IP एड्रेस गलत कन्फिगर करवाए होंगे.
सर इंटरफेस शॉर्ट है कि नहीं सर?
क्या ये administratively down है? Which interface? Interface F0/0. Let me say no set over here. And first of all let me verify. So IP OSPF neighbor. So neighborship up आ गई. Done. Now on router number 7, if you will run command, so IP border router. So IP OSPF border router. It is telling you that 9.9.9 is ESBR. Done. And 6.6.6 is ABR. Yes or no? And what is cost to reach ABR? 1. What is the cost to reach ASBR? 1. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
Now, so IP OSPF database. Okay, this is LSA 5. Don't worry about this LSA. Router LSA, network LSA, summary LSA. Who is generating this LSA?
R6.
R6. But where is LSA 4? On which router you will see LSA 4? See, actually why you are not able to see LSA 4 over here? This router will generate their LSA 1 with E-bit on. Yes or no? So router 7 will came to know that this is my ASBR. In the same way router 6 will also came to know that 9.9.9 is ASBR. but router 5 will not and came to know that about ASBR, because this LSA cannot cross area. So this ABR router will generate what? LSA 4. So on router number 5 you can verify that. On router number 1, 2, 3, 4, any router you can verify that there will be LSA 4. So let me take you on router number 5 first. And in the database of router 5, so IP OSPF database, are you able to see summary ABR LSA? Who is generating, guys? Advertising router ID 6.6.6, and in link ID there is information about ASBR.
Router ID.
So again LSA 4 is used to share the information of ASBR only, not to share prefix information. Yes or no? Through this LSA,
Yes,
this router will come to know that 9.9.9 is my ASBR. So IP OSPF border router you can verify. Done? Done. In the same way,
Yes.
router 1, on router number 1, if you will verify database, see here, enable so IP OSPF database. Who is generating this ASBR? Oh, sorry, this LSA 4 5.5.5. LSA 4 can also not cross area. Got it, guys? So this router will generate one LSA 4. This router will generate one LSA 4. Okay, and this LSA 4 will be flooded in this area. And this is how these all router will came to know about ASBR. Now question is, why these routers should knowledge about ASBR? Why this router should have knowledge about ASBR, guys? See why these routers should have knowledge about ASBR, because on router number 1, so IP OSPF database, where is 100 prefixes here? Yes or no? Through which LSA? LSA 5. If you will open this LSA in detail, say external and 100.1.1.1. Do you have any information? .100.1.1.1. Link state ID is what? In the LSA 5, 100.1.1.0. Who is advertising? 9.9.9.9. So this router will actually check what is the cost to reach 9.9.9. Yes or no? Then only it can calculate metric, total distance to reach in this network. Yes or no? Because this router is getting this network, router 1 is getting this network from 9.9.9.9. Now router need to check what is the cost from 9.9.9 to this network, and what is the cost from me to 9.9.9. Yes or no? So what is cost from me to 9.9.9? So IP OSPF border router. What is cost, guys, to reach ASBR? 5. Yes or no? And what is cost from 9.9.9 to reach in this network? 20. So what will be the total metric to reach in this network? 20 plus 5. So IP root 100.1.1.1. What is metric? Or you can run so IP root command directly. What is metric? 20 only. And here you are able to see E2. Guys, E means external prefix. But whenever OSPF will get external prefix in OSPF domain, it will either install the external prefixes with E1 or E2. This is concept of metric, SID metric. Soon we are going to understand this also. But now tell me, is everything clear? Which router will generate LSA5? ASBR router, and LSA5 can cross area. That's why this router number 1 have received LSA5 of ASBR router. Yes or no? See the advertising router ID. Who is advertising this LSA? Router number 5. Now very quickly tell me, let me ask question one by one. बिक्की
सर ये टैग क्या है सर इसमें?
कौन सा टैग?
ये LSA 5 में से टैग 0.
Yes, we will understand those things later. Okay. There is one seed metric as well. So what is the use of LSA1, guys?
To share the
Router
link information, sir.
link information.
Hello. I'm audible?
Yes sir.
Okay. What is the use of LSA2?
To share the network information about the attached routers.
Network information or router information?
Yeah, attached
Router
routers.
information, attached routers.
Yes. And which router will generate LSA2?
DR.
DR.
Yeah.
Which router will generate LSA1?
All
router
routers.
in
All
the
routers.
Within the area.
Okay. Which router will generate LSA3?
ABR
Why?
to share
To
the
share network information,
intra
Of
area information.
Yes.
intra area,
Which router will generate LSA4?
ABR router.
ABR.
ABR router.
Why?
To share
share
ASBR router information.
ASBR.
Very good. And which router will generate LSA5?
ASBR router sir.
Why?
ASB.
Share network
To
information.
share external prefixes in OSPF domain.
Yes.
Yes or no? And is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear to everyone how router will calculate metric for intra-area prefixes and for external prefixes?
वो मेरा थोड़ा क्लियर नहीं है.
Okay. So एक बार इसको और समझते हैं. So see, 60.1.1.0 network is coming from area 0 in area 10. Yes or no? So router 1 will receive 60 prefix via which LSA? 60
LSA
prefix 3. LSA 3. Yes or no? So IP OSPF database via LSA 3 router is getting 60 prefix. Yes or no? Now router need to calculate what? Cost. Yes or no? Metric. So who is advertising these network, guys? 5.5.5 my ABR router. So it will check that what is the cost to reach ABR first. So IP OSPF border router. Tell me what is the cost to reach ABR? 2. And then it will check what is the cost from ABR to 60.1.1.0 network. So IP OSPF database summary and 60.1.1.1. What is the cost from ABR to destination 2? So total cost from me to 60.1.1.1 network will be what? 2 plus 2 4. So IP route OSPF. Okay, on router number 2. So IP route 60.1.1.1. What is cost? Is it clear now, Giri?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the same way for external prefixes as well, router will check what is the cost from ESBR to destination. So IP OSPF database external 100.1.1.0, who is advertising 9.9.9, and from 9.9.9 to destination, what is the cost? 20. Yes or no? And here you can see the metric type by default is what? 2. So that's why router is actually using seed metric. We will understand that also. But here you, okay, let me do one thing. Let me change the metric type on router number 9. Because router number 9 is my ESBR. Yes or no? So what I am going to do here, config T router OSPF 1 and no redistribute EAGRP 10 subnets. Done. Now redistribute EAGRP S number 10 subnets, and then we can define metric type. Metric type. So let me say metric type 1. By default metric type is 2. If you will not define metric type, then it will use metric type 2. Now on router number 1, if you will check the routing table, so IP route, you can see it will receive all external prefixes with E1. Are you able to see E1? And
Okay.
what is the
And
total
now the
cost?
cost is 25.
Yes. That means how router 1 have calculated 25 cost?
20 plus 5.
20 plus 5.
5.
Yes or no?
Cost till ASBR and then ASBR to
Yeah, exactly. So this is the reason why these router need to know about the ASBR router. Yes or no? So that this router can calculate what is the cost to reach ASBR. Because whenever this router will receive any prefixes from ASBR, there will be information about, there will be metric from ASBR to destination. And router have to calculate total metric by their self only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the difference between E1 and E2? See, whenever you will redistribute, yes, Vicky.
If we configure E2, then it will show seed
The
metric.
actual cost. It will use what? Actual cost. And if you use type 2, that means
20,
OSPF will advertise external prefixes in OSPF domain with seed metric. And by default, seed metric is configure 20. Okay. So this router will advertise all external prefixes in OSPF domain with metric 20. If you will use type 1, if you will redistribute by using metric type 1, it will redistribute all external prefixes in OSPF domain with actual cost. Getting my point?
That's why when it
Yes,
was E2, R1 was showing metric 20 only.
Yes. So IP OSPF external. So IP OSPF database external. Are you able to see metric? What is metric? 20.
20.
Yes or no? So can we manipulate it? Yes, we can manipulate it. Are you able to see seed metric somewhere, guys? And here you are able to see the metric type that I am using is 1. So it is comparable directly to the link state metric.
सर कौन सा यूज करना चाहिए?
टाइप 1. अगर आप एक्चुअल मैट्रिक के साथ नहीं रिडिस्ट्रीब्यूट करवाना चाहते हैं तो ही आप क्या यूज करेंगे? टाइप 2. एक्सटर्नल रूट टैग 0 ये सब तो ठीक है, आने वाले टाइम में हम लोग समझ लेंगे. अभी तक ये चीजें क्लियर है?
Done, sir.
Done. So actually these routers are getting external prefixes with matrix 20, and when we were using type 2, that time router was installing the routes with matrix 20, yes or no? But now
Yes.
it is installing the external routes with total matrix. So IP route OSPF, yes or no? Now on router number 9, can anyone Google it how we can change seed matrix?
Checking, sir.
Max matrix router LSA, external LSA. No. Yeah, please check the command. Can anyone tell me the command?